What's up? Hey, hey, hey. This one ain't gonna be long, man. Number one, I don't have a lot of battery life, and I'm really tired. And the subject matter just needs to be spoken on real quick. And also, like I said, this one ain't gonna be a long one, but I wanted to say to y'all that just give me a few more days, man, to chill out. I've been enjoying myself and having, vacation from YouTube, man. Night Train, what's up, man? Peace to you, fam. Yeah, just been having a vacation from YouTube, so y'all be patient with me. But I had to come and speak on this and just ask a question. Put the question out there. Put the question out there. Why do black people expect black revolutionaries or black activists or black public figures to put themselves out on the line for black people after historically and over and over by the generation? We just bite and devour all of our elders once they get ready to go in the grave or once they get in the grave. The young and the restless, man. The young and the restless devour and bite and eat and destroy the legacy of almost all of our greats, man. We got brothers destroying the legacy of Dick Gregory. And although Dick Gregory was really an entertainer, you know, that was what he was. Also, Dick Gregory ran for the presidency of the United States. That's a great accomplishment and a great exploit, being that he was just an entertainer. Also, I would call him a black activist. Maybe he wouldn't have called himself that, but a very influential elderly brother, and wasn't elderly all his life. That's a point that needs to be made of its own. How long that brother worked on the behalf of black people, whether it be in the entertainment industry or in real life, or even in his later years on, with his teaching and his being as abrasive as Dick Gregory was, because he was a real abrasive brother. That does not make no doubt about it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he had a lack of patience because he had a lack of patience with ignorance. And he wasn't, the most intelligent brother, wasn't the most accurate brother, but he was a great brother. Night Train says went to the same college. Wow. SIU. Real shit. And so on Dick Gregory's behalf, why do we do that to our elders historically and generationally? Bite and devour and destroy the legacy of our elders. We got brothers out here that have tried to destroy and shit on Marcus Garvey's legacy. Excuse me. Marcus Garvey. We'd have brothers not only try to shit on Dick Gregory, Marcus Garvey, we've had brothers try to shit on, and I even heard a brother try to shit on Nat Turner. You try to shit on a preacher, a slave preacher, a dead slave preacher, a dead revolutionary slave preacher. Exactly, Nitro. And the lack of knowledge destroys us. And that's why our people wait until our great people are either about to die or they hit the grave, and then they bite, devour, and destroy their legacy. Why? Because the devil desires that for our people, to make you forget who you are and where you came from, because you don't have a track record, a history, or a pedigree. Mm-hmm. That's how the devil wins, through generations and through, the ages. Ignorance and a lack of knowledge. The scripture says, my people are destroyed for a lack of. Uh-huh. And then Night Train says the lack of knowledge destroys us presently. And the lack of knowledge of our people and our own history. If we can bite and devour Dick Gregory's legacy as again, presidential candidate, a presidential candidate, 3 times a presidential candidate, an entertainer, and a black activist, even a civil rights activist. He didn't call himself that, but I'm calling him that. If we can bite and devour that man's life, even I said up into his old years, with as surly and as abrasive as he was just short in his patience with foolishness and ignorance. And although maybe not always the most accurate factually, but again, a great brother with great accomplishments, that lived his life for black people and his people. Why do we have Negroes that's that ignorant to before the world and on the World Wide Web try to destroy elders that pass on their legacy? We even have, like I said, Dick Gregory, Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner. I heard one of the idiots try to destroy. We even got brother trying to destroy Louis Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan. And I'm not a Muslim. Don't get it twisted. I am no Muslim. Hell no. I'm an RBG Hebrew. My name is Micha'EL or Michael. Okay? Don't label me. Don't box me in. But definitely don't call me a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim, although I love Islam. Islam just simply denotes submission to the Most High. Listen, I don't have to be a Muslim to love Minister Farrakhan and to even love his mistakes. Why am I saying love the brother's mistakes? Because even through his mistakes, he kept working for black people and still is working for black people. Of course, you got to eat. Of course, you got to have money to run a nation. Of course, you do this and that, and you drop the ball once or twice. I mean, in any career, in any undertaking, to be trying, you have to have some failures. I'm going to say that one more time. To be trying, honestly trying, giving a real effort, you have to have some failures. And you can't be afraid to fail. And you should not ignore your failures. That's some things that Brother Farrakhan has in with the great pot of potpourri that he built as relates to his contribution to us. That brother that taught some of the greatest history lessons and political lessons of any one of you all. Y'all sit up here in America and let America take advantage of you because you forget politically and by term what happens generationally in your country, and especially with, social engineering and the plight that is aimed at us black people. We forget. Oh, yeah, you forget. How many of y'all remember the Iran-Contra affair? And how many of y'all remember that our brother Freeway Rick, the real Freeway Ricky, was caught up in that? Drugs, guns, and foreign politics. But people forget those lessons. You do what is honorable, give homage to those who take part of the struggle. That's right. It's only right. If a brother been working on the behalf of black people for 50 years, even if you've made 50 years of mistakes, that's still honorable to me because you've been trying for 50 years. When you compare that, put that on the scale with some of these other brothers that refuse to try. that ain't never tried. You know what I mean? I challenged a brother one time before because people like to ask me, what do I do other than this internet stuff? And I'd be like, what kind of fool would I ask a person that? What do I do? Of course, I have a career. Of course, I have a job. Of course, I have a life. Of course, I have children. Of course, I'm a real person. You know, I, I told her, but listen to them in there. I told a brother one time, I'm a real person. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I don't eat and I don't take a shit. Right? But I try. And I have some great accomplishments. And I have my life compartmentalized. Yes. Why? To be effective. But the truth about it is this. If you've been working for 50 years, you deserve to have at least 5 failures. And at least the people still respect you because you're still trying. I was going to go another way with it. Man, what was this?
When people say you can't change people's minds.
Man, I had an ad on here. I don't know how this shit played like that. Battery's getting low too. But let me get to the point. Someone who is trying to belittle a brother. Yeah, they're trying to belittle our elders that can't be belittled. And when you belittle them, you destroy their legacy and your own legacy right along with it. Now, as I was saying before, and I'm going to hang my hat on this point. Again, if you've been working for 50 years on the behalf of your people, you deserve to be able to make at least 5 mistakes. And them 5 mistakes not being held against you by your people, but being looked at as, okay, persistent if evolution. He keep trying. Psychotic Uncle, peace to you, fam. Now, when you have that idea, 50 years plus, in the sense of Brother Farrakhan, compare Dick Gregory to some of the people that are criticizing Dick Gregory. HASSAN Campbell, a homosexual, bisexual, trisexual, liar, thief, and a murderer. Compare that to Dick Gregory. He criticized Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory died, going on to the great by and by, and he criticized him, smudging his legacy. But what have you done comparable to an entertainer, a comedian that ran for the presidency of the United States of America? What the fuck have you done, Poppy, excuse my language, to give you the right to criticize Dick Gregory, even in his old and surly days as he got older? Old, surly, and inaccurate days. I said, if you've been working for the behalf of black people for 50 years, you deserve to drop the ball at least 5 times, and the people have compassion on you based upon your persistence working for black folk. And if you ain't making no mistakes, you ain't trying. Compare Dick Gregory to Poppy, the detractor to the actual clean glass. Wipe the slate. That don't even work. Let's compare Irritated Genie to Farrakhan. Who? Compare who, goddammit? Excuse my language. Compare Irritated Genie to Minister Farrakhan. We shouldn't even have to do that, but we will. One of Irritated Genie's greatest life accomplishments is not what he's done in the conscious community. Being a fucking undercover mole and a snitch and a cop. No. One of his greatest accomplishments is not even walking off and taking the attention from Hassan and then leaving him out here to be destroyed and to destroy himself. That little money he got, that no, that wasn't his greatest accomplishment. What's Irritated Genie's greatest accomplishment? Working for the fucking government. I say working for the fucking I say working for the fucking government of the United States. Being on the payroll of Homeland Security. Can you fucking compare that kind of coon to Minister Farrakhan? I don't care how many goddamn Scientology audits they do. Farrakhan ain't never made that kind of mistake. You go fill out an application for Homeland Security, and then you come around us smelling like swine and the flu. And you comparing yourself or criticizing and smudging the legacy of that brother that's been working for black people over 50 fucking years and is your elder. Just like we compare Dick Gregory to Poppy. Presidential candidate to a punk. Don't compare. How do you compare a goddamn house nigga to a field nigga? You worked for Homeland Security. But Minister Farrakhan has been saying, let my people go for over 50 fucking years. That's like trying to compare Aleister Crowley to Moshe. Fuck out of here. That's just crazy. Ain't it, Night Train? What accomplishment do you have that is comparable to the Million Man March? Irritated Genie, the nigga that working for the Homeland Security. What have you ever done comparable to one of that man's milestones? Y'all call Farrakhan a coon because he went to Iran. But how many foreign governments are honoring you as a diplomat? And y'all niggas still can't even say Muammar Gaddafi. Y'all call him Gaddafi. But you criticize Farrakhan. Put it on the scale. What is your greatest life accomplishment compared to Louis Farrakhan, who is still at that age working full on, blazing trails for black men and women, even with the mistakes? Now, in closing, what's my point? Here's my point. When are black people gonna learn, goddammit? Elders and the dead, their legacy and their life work should be honored by you, even if it's lesser than your life work or even your perception of their life work. Why do you disrespect the dead to the tune that you destroy and smudge their legacy? Why do you disrespect your living elder brothers and mothers and fathers? Literal and figurative. I'll tell you. Y'all hate to hear this shit, but I'm going to end the stream with this one. Hey, Miss Beverly. Y'all hate to hear it. A 3-letter word. Sin. They got you motherfuckers so stupid. Excuse me. Not you all, but y'all. It would destroy your own great ancestry, your own great history, your own eclectic culture. You destroy it before the world. Why? Here's the final shock. If you destroy Dick Gregory's legacy, what are you gonna replace it with, Poppy? You a 36-year-old killer for Bambaataa, willing to kill a rape victim that's a young man, just like you said you were. That's what you're gonna replace Dick Gregory's legacy with? Fuck out of here. Hmm? Irritated Genie, working for Homeland Security, a coon that way. Hmm? What are you gonna replace the Million Man March with? You're gonna replace it with the gathering on 125th Street behind Poppy, which was a fucking fraud and a homosexual himself. What can you compare to what you criticize? Hmm? BTK Killer, peace to your family. Y'all came in on the end, man. I just wanted to, slice and dice and chop and right quick. I still haven't gotten started on the series. Miss Beverly been telling me, "God damn it, is you crazy, Michael? What is you doing?" But I only speak when the Lord tells me to speak, and especially about things like that. My deliverance, my testimony, my life. That series, we're gonna get to it. I promise you, and it's gonna be what comes out next. Whatever teaching that I'm gonna be doing, that's gonna be the teaching. But I had to be like water, Daniel son. I had to be like water and allow the Most High to use me in the way He wants to use me, when He wants to use me. And I had to be comfortable with saying some of the things, because y'all know that some of these motherfuckers on the internet, excuse my language, are pigs. God damn it, are swine. Y'all call them troll. I'm saying pigs. So sometimes you can't take all your pearls and just cast them before every and anybody. So I've been praying on what part of my life, what part of my deliverance, and what part of my testimony to share with the people, because I want to be transparent to a great degree. But I don't want to be telling no shit that I don't need to be telling. I want to be telling the deep shit that will help somebody. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know what you're doing, brother. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Night Train. Who attacking the minister now? Yeah, irritated genie, the biggest coon of our generation. This nigga ran up in the Homeland Security office with a resume, got hired, and now he's criticizing Minister Farrakhan. A total coon. Dragged Poppy out here in front of us and got us all looking at this fraud ass, lying ass, murderous, homosexual, bastard ass nigga. He raping kids and shit, Poppy. And he at 36 in Bambaata's house. They got the blueprints laid out on the table to kill a rape victim. Irritated Genie brought this nigga to us. And he's criticizing Farrakhan. Where the fuck do you think you got the goddamn right to do that at? I don't get it. What planet are they on? Farrakhan did the Million Man March. What do you have comparable? Nobody watches Irritated Genie no more. Nobody. Nobody. And if I bring a dummy to y'all, like when we was growing up in the street, people used to get fake crack. We used to call it dummies. Sell it to the rockheads and shit. If I bring y'all dummies, listen to me. Don't buy nothing else. If I bring you a Poppy, come out and tell you, yes, Bambaataa raped me. He got me. He fired me. So Poppy said. Then we find out Poppy got a jump draw at Bambaata's house Still today. Got a junk drawer at Bam's house. If I come selling y'all dummies like that, and y'all get home with that bullshit, and you try to use that, and you find out, damn, Poppy, you were 36 in Bamba's house after all this shit you done did in the community you said about it. You were gonna kill for him. Hmm? Say like said, huh? Huh? What? I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm just saying, come on, y'all. Stop shitting on the legacy of our greats and our elders, and even those that may not be you. If a person has a halfway decent life and been called and sent and submitted themselves to work for you, like Marcus Garvey, when they get thrown out of the country for your sake, don't disrespect them. Honor them, even if you ain't Catholic. I'm not a Catholic, but I'm the RBG Hebrew. And I took that RBG portion up because of Brother Garvey. Uh-huh. Y'all better stop doing that because God is going to kill you inside and out about doing that to your ancestry. Hmm. And those that are about to become a part of your ancestry. Louis Farrakhan, if Louis Farrakhan died today or tomorrow, I wouldn't even feel bad when they come and kill Irritated Genie for saying that kind of shit. I wouldn't just I'll be just like I'm watching the eyewitness news and you hear 17 people get shot up in Burger King and you like, damn, y'all got some more ice cream over there? You know what I mean? That kind of shit. If something happened to Irritated Genie after this man that lived that kind of life for black people and he died tomorrow after you say the fucked up shit, you deserve getting your motherfucking head bust. Or whatever the FOI can pour on your ass. But FOI, be careful because this nigga used to work for Homeland Security. And if you ever work for Homeland Security, it's just like being an alcoholic. Y'all ain't hear me. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, and you never get delivered from being an alcoholic. You just simply look at this. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. You never get delivered from that. You are always simply recovering. And if you ever worked for Homeland Security, you never get rid of that. That's like telling somebody you used to work for the CIA and now y'all could trust me. I took a bath. I got all the fleas off and the bugs. Shut the fuck up. And y'all supporting Irritated Genie. But yet you're hollering white supremacy is destroying us. And he's destroying our elders. But he is a living embodiment of white supremacy. I'll be back later on this week, y'all. And I promise you, when I do the series, y'all gonna see. And can y'all, Psychotic Uncle said, can y'all loan Carl $1? Can y'all donate Carl $1? Carl is, Carl need to get him a motherfucking job. That nigga there is just ridiculous, man. Ain't nothing wrong with donating, family. But goddamn, man. That boy here won't even go rake a yard, man. Won't cut grass or nothing. Boy, stealing Wi-Fi again, family. And he telling people, just give him $1. That's his problem. If you gonna be like Creflo Dollar, god damn it, ask for 100. You asking for $1 about some bullshit that nobody even care about no more. Maybe if you ask for 20, they might listen. And then you got Kev Gills out here, a straight up conspiracy agent provocateur, saying shit they know ain't true. You see what they down to? They just as bad as Poppy and Irritated Genie, but flipped upside down, inside out. Israel, he come to New York to have a meet and greet. Israel won't even go to uh, Arkansas, Park in Arkansas to meet and greet poverty and fight against it in his own life. World War Me has not even started yet with Izzy. Izzy need to make it a mantra of his, to fight that enemy, that inner nigga, that enemy. Because Izzy's inner nigga is killing him. I mean, this boy won't go rake a yard or nothing, family. Won't go knock on psychotic uncle yard or door and ask to wash his rims or something. Lord forgive me. I don't want to seem like I'm mocking him, brother. But he won't do shit. Now, the lady that came in, where's she at? Hey, where your mama? Hey. I know this girl here. Huh? Where's your mama? She's coming. But anyway, y'all, they done brought the groceries in, so I'm about to get to eating, man. I eat a lot. I'm not fat either. I will show y'all my 6-pack, but you got these homosexuals out here, man. And Poppy's in this motherfucker. Poppy might get a smooth erection out this bitch. I can't do that. No, I'm just reading the comments, fam. Yeah, man, money. You work for your money. You don't want to just give your money to somebody that don't care about themselves. Man. But anyway, y'all, listen. In closing, y'all tell Poppy to shut the fuck up. Tell Poppy to life, man. Get down everybody's front door. You worrying about Tekashi and Treyway and the robbery, but at the same time, you was trying to get Tekashi to hire the Zulu Nation warriors as security. But at the same time, you said some of them niggas sat around and watched you get thied and raped. This is y'all world. And Kev Gill, boy, yo, we ain't seen you wear a good outfit and a clean shirt and a hat that ain't wrinkled up and shit. And wow, man, what's going on with you, Kev Gill? You shooting meth now? I don't know what's wrong with Kev Gills. This brother here just saying anything on the air. I don't do him like that. But yes, thank you, Miss Beverly. I will. Now she go right there. What took you so long? Huh? People on YouTube want to know what took you so damn long.
I had to go pee at Staters.
Okay, so TMI, everybody, they don't want to hear about you gotta pee.
And then I had to wait around.
She got to pee and all that shit. You don't want to hear about that. I bet you Poppy want to hear about it. Poppy like golden showers. Irritated Genie too. Peace, y'all. Love y'all, man. We'll be back later on this week, y'all.